James Jones here with the Ohio Home Inspector Network, Inspector Talk. I'm here with Josh Nalls from Companion Title, a turnkey solution. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Darren Thatton, with Secure24, an ADT authorized dealer. Josh, we're going to talk about Chat GPT for home inspectors, your upcoming class. And I just want to know, Chat GPT provides standard responses, but how can home inspectors personalize communication with clients and use these tools?
Absolutely. So thanks for having me first and foremost, James. When we're talking about personalizing and customizing responses on ChatGPT, inspectors can really dig deep into that by adjusting tone and style of the generated text. You want that style and that tone to kind of fit your brand voice, which has already been established long before ChatGPT got here. So you want it to match up with that. You want to use client specific details, those types of things, their preferences, and you also want to incorporate. I would say like personalized notes and things like that alongside with your Chat GPT generated content.
Mm. So when they're customizing with clients, and you know how the business is, where you're busy, you're inundated with there's stress, there's a lot of different things going on. How can we use this tool to increase our brand, to watch our tone when we're responding to emails and our communication? How can we increase our brand and use this tool?
Absolutely. So everything about ChatGPT is built upon how you prompt it. If you're really good at prompting it, one of the key elements to prompting it is that tone. So if you've received an email and a client is going off on you and you're kind of upset yourself, burning up about the email, probably not the best time for you to respond. But that's a great time for ChatGPT to respond, and you want to tell ChatGPT to use some empathy, use an empathetic tone to respond to this email. That way, you're not going back and forth with this client, kind of losing control of yourself. You're staying on top of your customer service skills right then and there, and maintaining that brand tone.
One of the key things is the day-to-day. Home inspectors some of us produce inspection reports right on the job. Some of us actually go back to our offices and we produce inspection reports. But this industry, the expectation is 24 hours to get out reports. So with that heavy burden, and some inspectors are doing 1 a day, 3 a day, it just really depends. How can we leverage ChatGPT to help us in our report writing, not to write our notes, but to perfect the areas where we're weak? Home inspectors are not attorneys. So how can we use this effectively and integrate it into our process?
Absolutely. So in the home inspection industry, like you said, writing reports is a big deal. That's the thing all day long, right? It's the thing that's going to take the most time. With ChatGPT, you're going to cut down on that time by I'm talking about 10xing the number of reports that you can get out. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that what you're inputting into ChatGPT fits what the output that you want from ChatGPT, and that goes back to that prompting. So if you're inputting different data for your reports, one of the things that you want to do is you want to use an example. So as a home inspector, you'll have plenty of examples of reports that you've done in the past. And so you take one of those examples and you can input that with your attachment icon, the little paperclip icon that you'll see there. You can input that and tell it, I want it to be drafted like this. And then you go in there and input the different data points based on that upcoming report that you're currently drafting. So you put that in, but it'll come out in the format of a typical report that you've done in the past, or narrative you've done in the past. It'll come out just like that, based off of that example that you put in. So you really want that for the clarity, for the thoroughness of your output, so to speak. So what it generates, that's what you want, for sure.
Ensuring accuracy, consistency. How can home inspectors with accuracy in mind use ChatGPT for automation, balance, that human touch? Like, how can we implement that?
Yeah, so if you want to balance that human touch, I always recommend to people never uh, never generate content on ChatGPT and then just copy and paste. You want to use your expertise to review and verify that all the ChatGPT generated content is factual and it's up to your standard, right? Again, using templates as your examples, that helps a whole lot. And then you want to go as you continue to use ChatGPT, you're ultimately training it. So if you're a home inspector and you're constantly using it to write report narratives, what ends up happening is it gets used to that. And you can even go in, this is a little more in depth, but you can go in and you can create what's called custom instructions so that ChatGPT is operating basically as you or as your company as you use it. So that right there, I would also say making sure that you refine anything. So if you generate something off ChatGPT, you want to go in as yourself and make sure that you're refining those things with that human touch. Um, that's a big piece. I can't stress this enough. I tell people all the time, don't just copy and paste because it's not going to be up to your standard and it's not going to sound like your brand. So making sure you refine, that's the way to keep that balance.
Well, you're going to show us how to use it. I'm excited I can't wait to learn how to perfect my brand and implement this and integrate it into my business. I hope all the other home inspectors are ready for this new tool. And Josh, I really thank you for coming on and be a part of the network.
Hey, thanks for having me, James. I'm looking forward to the opportunity. I think that the inspectors are going to love what they see.
Well, Josh, with that, I'm signing off.
Yes, sir.